Hello everybody, this is Kimchi Crypto. Today I'm going to talk about you are never bullish enough. Let's dive in. Circle's IPO underscores need for diversified crypto portfolio, says Bitwise CIO. He highlights the value of holding both crypto assets and crypto-related equities in a diversified portfolio. USDC issue went public last week on the New York Stock Exchange, marking one of the most successful IPOs in recent memory. First, IPO boom in crypto will continue till next year. Second, diversified portfolio. He suggested to own both crypto equity and crypto assets. That is good. Which means, I suppose, both sellers and buyers, both institutional asset managers, banks, and investors, retails just like you and me, both of us won't be satisfied with Bitcoin alone. That's why altcoin ETFs and index crypto ETFs is going on, which are going to be approved sometime this year, in the second half of this year. Clarity Genius Act, which is about to be approved and passed in the US Senate and House. Staking services, think about this. These are all altcoin related. There's no Bitcoin related. Bitcoin has been proven already. XRP Ledger developers plan sidechain launch in Q2 for Ethereum compatibility. XRP Ledger plans to launch an EVM sidechain in the second quarter. Ripple CTO David Schwartz announced the timeline at the Apex conference. My question here is, why XRP Ledger launches EVM sidechains? Because they have their own ledger, their own rails for whatsoever they want to do. Answer is here to gain ETH compatibility. Why to gain ETH compatibility? There could be specialized blockchains such as RWA specific and specialized chains, DeFi chains, payment chains, AI specialized chains. You can name it. But here's my saying. All roads, all blockchains lead to Rome, which is Ethereum in this crypto space. This sidechain is set to connect to the XRP Ledger mainnet via a bridge, utilizing XLR as the exclusive bridge for transferring assets such as wrapped XRP, which will serve as the native gas token. XLR, for your information, is a blockchain which connects tons of other blockchains. Blockchain of blockchains connects every chains. This will be used as the exclusive bridge for transferring assets in the XRP sidechain. That's why I still own some XLR tokens, not many though. In RWA and DeFi space, we are in the first inning out of ninth inning in the baseball. We are in the very early stage in RWA and DeFi right now. On other altcoin news, on the chain powers first cross-chain DVP transactions with Kinexys by JP Morgan and Chainlink. What type of partnership? What does this mean? Well, in this diagram, you can easily find out those names. Kinexys is a private chain developed by JP Morgan back in 2017. And Chainlink connects every single chain, aka multi-chain bridge. And on the finance and on the chain, they launched their mainnet early this year, and they sell US treasuries, US bonds, especially short-term bonds. Here goes the buyer, institutional investors. They buy US bonds, especially short duration bonds, with money in their JP Morgan bank account, which is very easy, convenient, and very with low fee compared to previous ways. It took like 3, 4, 5 business days, but now it's just one click and fast settlement. It doesn't care where you are based in America or in other Europe. It doesn't matter, and it also gives you the yields because you bought US Treasuries expecting 4%, 4.2%. You can still have some yields, which is amazingly good. Whatever assets in whatsoever chains, they can buy it conveniently. This will benefit all third parties and huge news for all. Selling US bonds and treasuries is just the beginning of beginnings in RWA. Personally, I own Ondo tokens as well for this reason. Crypto market structure bill moves out of House committee's stablecoin action pending. The market structure bill got an overhaul in two House committees at the same time, while the Senate's stablecoin bill is steaming toward the finish. What if Clarity Genius Act pass shortly? Here's my story. Here's my argument. Since Trump rally in late 2024, it was all about Bitcoin. Ever since actually 2024, January, ever since the approval of Bitcoin spot ETF, it's all about Bitcoin because Mr. Trump announced Bitcoin as U.S. strategic reserve, and spot Bitcoin ETF was approved in January 2024 already. And from the beginning, ever since then, there was no confusion about Bitcoin. It was all about altcoins, whether XRP, whether Ethereum, whether that's commodities, securities, whatsoever. There came and tons of MicroStrategy imitators in the world. That was why Bitcoin price is this much high nowadays. Here comes the question. What if Clarity Genius Act pass in the United States? Two bills will change crypto industry forever. Specifically, this will change altcoins. Why? Whether XRP is security, whether it's a commodity in charge of, whether it's a SEC in charge or CFTC, without clarity, especially in altcoins, Bitcoin was commodity from the beginning. There's no confusion in Bitcoin. It's all about altcoins. Without clarity in altcoins, global institutions, they cannot buy a single penny. They cannot invest into whatsoever coin, whether that's commodity, whether that's currency. They cannot just do it. Genius Bill allows banks and big tech giants to print and use stablecoins. All of a sudden, this means tons of digital dollars, euros, yens, and pounds will be printed and used by billion people just all of a sudden. And this is very much inflationary because in the past there was only one central bank which printed tons of fiat currencies. But stablecoins is different. There could be tons of, dozens of, even hundreds of, thousands of fiat money printers in a digital version. This is bullish enough. And blockchains chosen by banks, big tech giants, for digital dollar, euros, yens, it's very bullish. According to Metcalfe's law, the value of chosen blockchains will skyrocket with the price of their own tokens. That said, I am very bullish for Bitcoin for sure, and mostly undervalued altcoins as well. What do you think? Thank you for listening.